All right, let's dive into Bangkok, the city of angels, I hear it called. We're going deep today, going way beyond the typical tourist stuff.
Yeah, we're going to uncover some hidden gems today.
Exactly. To make sure, whether you've traveled the world or are just starting out, that your trip to Bangkok is amazing. It's a city that I've heard has something for everybody. What do you think?
That's what's so fascinating about Bangkok. You can find high-end luxury right beside street food, ancient temples, right next to these huge skyscrapers. It's this city that's always changing, always reinventing itself, but it also stays true to its roots.
Interesting. So where do we even begin? We've got all these articles, plus your travel journals. Which should we hit first?
Well, you can't talk about Bangkok without mentioning its landmarks, right? The iconic ones. Let's start with the Grand Palace.
Okay, the Grand Palace. Why?
Well, it's not just because it's visually stunning. I mean, it is, but it's because it really embodies the historical heart of Thailand. We're talking about a complex that housed Thai kings for over 150 years.
150 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So it must be overflowing with history. Okay, what should we know before we go?
Well, sprawling complex, dazzling buildings, intricate designs. It was the official residence of the kings of Siam, who later became Thailand.
Yeah.
And this was from the 18th to the mid-20th centuries. It's not just one building, though. It's this whole city within a city.
A city within a city. Can you give me a specific example of something we should look out for?
Absolutely. One of the most striking features is the Chakri Maha Prasat Throne Hall.
Okay.
It was built in the late 19th century by King Chulalongkorn. And he really wanted to blend traditional Thai architecture with European influences. So it's this remarkable example of East meets West design.
I could already picture the Instagram photos. It sounds incredible.
Oh, you'll definitely get some amazing photos there. But more importantly, when you stand there, you can almost feel the weight of history. Imagine the ceremonies that took place, the power that resided within those walls.
It makes you think, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so Majestic Palace. What else?
Well, nestled within the Grand Palace, another must-see. Wat Arun,
Okay.
the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. This isn't just any temple. It houses one of Thailand's most sacred relics.
I've heard about the Emerald Buddha. Isn't it small?
It is. It is quite small, yeah. Only about 26 inches tall, carved from a single block of jade and adorned with gold clothing.
So it's small. What's the big deal?
The Emerald Buddha has this fascinating history that's just shrouded in mystery and legends. Nobody knows for sure where it originated, but it eventually made its way to Bangkok in the 18th century.
Okay.
And it's believed to bring good fortune to Thailand. Even the king participates in a ritual 3 times a year to change the statue's robes depending on the season.
Wow. That's a pretty significant tradition. It sounds like the kind of place where you really feel a sense of reverence, of spirituality.
Absolutely. It's a place where you can connect with the spiritual heart of Thai culture.
Okay, so we've got the Grand Palace, we've got Wat Arun, 2 iconic landmarks. Where to next?
All right, let's move from the royal grandeur of the Grand Palace to a totally different architectural marvel.
Okay.
Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. It sits majestically on the banks of the Chao Phraya River.
Wat Arun, that's the one with a really tall spire.
Yes. Known for its towering central prang or spire, it's decorated with these intricate porcelain mosaics, and they shimmer in the sunlight.
Okay, but honestly, why Wat Arun? There are so many temples in Bangkok. What makes this one stand out?
It's not just about the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Those porcelain mosaics, they're not just random decorations. They depict scenes from Buddhist cosmology,
Wow.
stories about good versus evil, the cycle of rebirth. It's like a visual representation of Buddhist teachings.
So it's like a giant storybook carved in porcelain.
Exactly. You could spend hours just deciphering the different scenes. Plus, from the top, you get these breathtaking panoramic views of the city, especially during sunrise and sunset.
Oh, I can already picture that sunset shot. Okay, we've covered some incredible historical, spiritual landmarks, but I'm also hearing Bangkok is a shopper's paradise.
Yeah.
Where do we go to experience that side of the city?
Oh, you absolutely cannot miss the Chatuchak weekend market. Get ready for sensory overload because we're talking over 35 acres with more than 15,000 stalls.
15,000. That's insane. What can you even find there?
Oh, literally anything you can imagine. Clothes, antiques, art, home decor, plants, pets, you name it, Chatuchak has it.
Wow.
It's a place to test your bargaining skills, grab a delicious snack, and just soak up the vibrant energy of local life.
Bargaining skills, huh? I'm not exactly a pro haggler. Any tips?
Well, first, don't be afraid to walk away if the price isn't right. There's always another vendor selling something similar. And remember, a smile and a little good humor go a long way in Thailand.
Good to know. Okay, so it sounds like an experience in itself, not just a shopping trip.
It definitely is. You can spend an entire day at Chatuchak, get lost in there, and still only scratch the surface.
Okay, so we've got temples, markets, palaces. I also want to see the city from a different perspective, though.
Well, in that case, you have to experience the Chao Phraya River.
Okay.
It's the lifeblood of Bangkok. Imagine gliding along the water, watching the city unfold before you.
A river cruise. Sign me up.
Yeah, the Chao Phraya River cruise offers a unique way to see the city. You see the historic temples, traditional wooden houses, all the way to those modern skyscrapers. You can even opt for a dinner cruise if you want to make it truly magical.
Now you're talking. Food and a view. What's not to love?
It's the perfect way to unwind after a day of exploring and to see the city all bathed in that golden glow of sunset.
Okay, before we move on, anything else we should absolutely see in this part of the city?
Yes, we need to visit a hidden oasis in this bustling city, the Jim Thompson House.
Okay, who's Jim Thompson? And why is his house so special?
Jim Thompson was this American entrepreneur who came to Thailand after World War II, and he almost single-handedly revitalized the Thai silk industry. His house is a beautifully preserved example of traditional Thai architecture.
So not just a house, but a piece of history.
Exactly. It's like stepping back in time. The house is filled with his personal collection of Southeast Asian art and antiques, and the story itself is fascinating, full of intrigue. He mysteriously disappeared in 1967.
Really?
And to this day, nobody knows what happened to him.
A real-life mystery. Okay, now I'm even more intrigued. It sounds like we've got a pretty packed itinerary for this first part of our Bangkok adventure.
Well, we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to discover.
Welcome back to our Bangkok deep dive. We've hit those iconic landmarks, navigated a 15,000 stall market, even uncovered a real-life mystery.
We have.
I'm ready to explore a different side of the city now, though. What about Bangkok after dark?
Bangkok after dark has a whole different vibe. It comes alive with energy. Bustling night markets, rooftop bars with those stunning views.
Okay, so where do we start? I mean, we got to experience that famous Bangkok nightlife, right?
Oh, absolutely. But first, I want to take you to a hidden gem, a place most tourists don't even know exists. Pak Klong Tala, the 247 Flower Market.
Wait, a 247 flower market.
247.
What's it like?
Imagine just this riot of colors and fragrances. Vendors selling orchids, lilies, roses, marigolds, you name it, they have it. And the air, thick with the scent of jasmine and lotus blossoms. It's sensory overload in the best possible way.
Okay, I'm picturing it, and it's gorgeous, but why is it open all night?
Well, it's primarily a wholesale market, so you'll see a flurry of activity late at night and early in the morning as vendors prepare for the day.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating glimpse into the behind-the-scenes world of Bangkok's flower trade.
So it's not just about pretty flowers, it's about experiencing a part of local life that most tourists miss.
Exactly. You'll see monks buying flowers for temple offerings, families picking out blooms for special occasions, and tourists like us just marveling at the sheer abundance and beauty of it all.
I'm sold. We're going to the flower market. Now, you mentioned nightlife. Let's dive into that. Where do we head for that, classic Bangkok after dark experience?
Well, you can't talk about Bangkok nightlife without mentioning Khao San Road. It's legendary, known as a backpacker haven for decades.
I've heard about Khao San Road. It's that crazy street with tons of bars and street food.
That's the one. It's this whirlwind of energy, with bars blasting music, street vendors selling everything from pad thai to scorpions on a stick, and people from all walks of life just soaking up the atmosphere.
Okay, sounds a little wild. But is it still authentic? Or has it become too much of a tourist trap?
That's a good question. Khao San Road has definitely become more touristy over the years, but it still retains a certain, chaotic charm.
Okay.
It's a place to let loose, try some adventurous street food, maybe even sing some karaoke with a group of strangers.
Okay, Khao San Road is officially on the list.
Yeah.
Let's say, though, we're looking for something a little more sophisticated.
In that case, Bangkok's rooftop bars. The perfect choice. Imagine sipping a cocktail overlooking the city's glittering skyline.
Okay, that sounds more my speed. What rooftop bars do you recommend?
Oh, there are so many great ones. If you're looking for iconic views, Sky Bar
Okay.
at Labua State Tower. It's a must. You might even recognize it from the movie The Hangover Part 2.
Oh, yeah, the one with the incredible panoramic view.
Exactly. Another great option is Vertigo at the Banyan Tree Hotel. It has this amazing open-air platform that juts out over the city. You feel like you're floating above Bangkok.
I'm getting vertigo just thinking about it. Rooftop bars, great. I also love exploring markets, though. What's a good option for a night market experience?
If you're looking for something a bit more curated, upscale, Asiatique the Riverfront is a fantastic choice.
Okay.
It's a night market housed in a beautifully restored historic warehouse district right on the banks of the Chao Phraya River.
So a night market with a historical twist.
Exactly. Boutique shops selling Thai silk, handcrafted jewelry, unique souvenirs. You'll also find tons of restaurants, bars with live music, even a Ferris wheel offering stunning views of the river.
A Ferris wheel. Okay, I'm there.
It's a great place to enjoy a leisurely evening, soak up the atmosphere, maybe even catch a traditional Thai puppet show.
Okay, we've covered flowers, nightlife, and markets. I think it's time we talk about food. I know we touched on street food earlier, but let's dive deeper into the Bangkok food scene.
Bangkok is a foodie paradise. You can find everything from Michelin-starred restaurants to those street stalls serving up the most flavorful dishes you'll ever taste.
Okay, but with so many options, where do we even begin?
Let's start with Yaowarat Road, Bangkok's Chinatown.
Okay.
It's a street food lover's dream come true. Sizzling woks, those aromatic spices filling the air, vendors cooking up fresh seafood, noodles, dumplings right in front of you.
I'm already drooling.
Yeah.
What are some must-try dishes in Yaowarat?
Oh, you can't go wrong with the classics. Pad Thai, that stir-fried noodle dish with shrimp, tofu, peanuts. Then there's Tom Yum Goong,
Okay.
spicy and sour soup with prawns, lemongrass, galangal. And for something a bit more adventurous, try guajab.
Guajab.
It's a rolled rice noodle soup with pork offal.
Guajab might be a little too adventurous for me,
Hmm.
but I'm definitely down for pad thai and tom yum.
And for dessert, you have to try mango sticky rice. That classic Thai treat. Sweet sticky rice, fresh mango slices, and coconut milk.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
So we've got Chinatown covered. What about any hidden culinary gems, places most tourists wouldn't know about?
Bangkok is full of them. If you're looking for something truly unique, I recommend Jefei.
Jave.
It's a street food stall that's actually earned a Michelin star.
Wait, a Michelin star for street food?
I know.
What's so special about it?
Jefei is this legendary street food vendor. She's been cooking for over 40 years. She's known for her incredible crab omelets, huge, fluffy, packed with fresh crab meat.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And I love that it's this hidden gem run by this, iconic woman chef.
Yeah.
What about for a more formal dining experience? Any recommendations?
If you're looking for fine dining, Nam is an excellent choice. It's a restaurant that specializes in traditional Thai cuisine, but with a modern twist.
Yep.
The chef, David Thompson, he's known for his meticulous research into Thai culinary history.
So authentic Thai food, but elevated.
Exactly. You experience familiar flavors, but presented in a refined, innovative way.
Okay, making a note of that one for sure. Now, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by all this eating. What do we do when we need a break from the hustle and bustle?
Even in a bustling city like Bangkok, you can find pockets of peace and tranquility. Lumpini Park. It's a green oasis right in the heart of the city.
A park in the middle of all the chaos.
Yep. It's a sprawling green space where you can escape the noise and the traffic. Go for a jog, practice Tai Chi with the locals, rent a paddle boat, or simply relax on a bench and watch the world go by.
That sounds incredibly peaceful. It's like a little slice of nature in the middle of the urban jungle.
Exactly. It's a reminder that even in a city as busy as Bangkok, you can still find moments of calm and serenity.
All right, so we've got our nightlife, our markets, our food, even a place to relax. What else should we know about navigating Bangkok like a local?
Well, transportation is key.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the BTS, SkyTrain, and MRT, great for getting around the city center. But for a more authentic experience, I recommend trying the Klong boats.
Klong boats, what are those?
The Klongs are this network of canals that crisscross Bangkok. Taking a Klong boat is a unique way to see a different side of the city. It's a glimpse into a more traditional way of life.
So it's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about the journey itself.
Exactly. You'll see traditional wooden houses on stilts, bustling markets, temples, even monitor lizards sunning themselves on the banks. It's a world away from the busy streets.
Okay, that sounds like an adventure. We've got the SkyTrain, the MRT, the Klong boats. What about taxis, tuk-tuks?
Oh, taxis are plentiful and relatively inexpensive in Bangkok, but always make sure the meter is running.
Okay.
And as for tuk-tuks, those iconic three-wheeled vehicles, well, they're more for the experience than actual transportation.
Yeah, I've heard tuk-tuks can be a bit of a tourist trap.
They can be, but they're also a fun way to zip through the city, especially for short distances.
Mhm.
Just be prepared to negotiate the fare before you get in.
Okay.
And hold on tight.
All right, noted. So we're navigating Bangkok like pros now. What about cultural nuances? Any customs or etiquette tips?
Thai culture is incredibly warm and hospitable, but it's always good to be mindful of local customs. One important thing to remember, the way,
Okay.
the traditional Thai greeting.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. You put your hands together like you're praying.
Exactly. It's a sign of respect. And it's used in a variety of situations, from greeting someone to thanking them or even apologizing.
So who do we wait to? Everyone.
You would generally way to monks, elders, people in positions of authority. You don't necessarily need to way to everyone you meet, but it's always appreciated as a sign of respect.
Good to know. What about any other cultural tips? Anything else we should be aware of?
Well, remember, the head is considered the most sacred part of the body in Thai culture.
Okay.
So avoid touching someone's head, even children.
Got it.
And don't point your feet at people or sacred images like Buddha statues. It's considered disrespectful.
Okay. All good things to keep in mind. I want to be respectful of local customs.
Absolutely. Thai people are incredibly forgiving of cultural faux pas, but a little effort goes a long way.
It's all about being mindful,
Right.
respectful.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to emphasize one important thing about traveling in Bangkok, especially during the rainy season.
Oh, right. The rainy season. What should we know?
Bangkok's rainy season typically runs from May to October. It can bring, like, sudden downpours. Don't let it deter you, though. Just be prepared. Carry an umbrella, a raincoat, and embrace the rain.
Embrace the rain.
Yeah, find a cozy cafe, watch the storm pass, enjoy those cooler temperatures. It's all part of the Bangkok experience.
Okay. I like that attitude. Now, shopping. What are some must-buy souvenirs or unique items we should be looking for in Bangkok?
Well, Thai silk is a classic. Beautiful scarves, clothing, home decor, even paintings on silk.
I've heard Thai silk is like incredibly high quality.
It is. The weaving techniques have been passed down through generations. The craftsmanship is exquisite. Another unique item to look for is celadon pottery.
Salad on pottery.
It's known for its distinctive green glaze.
I've never heard of that.
They make everything from teapots and bowls to vases, decorative pieces. It's a great way to bring a touch of Thai artistry into your home.
Okay, adding that to my shopping list.
Yeah.
What about any other unique souvenirs?
If you're a foodie, Thai spices and curry pastes make great gifts. You can find them at markets, even in supermarkets.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love bringing back culinary treasures from my travels.
And don't forget about the art. Bangkok has a thriving art scene, from traditional Thai paintings to contemporary sculptures and installations.
Hey, my suitcase is going to be overflowing. But before we get too carried away with shopping, what about budgeting? Is Bangkok an expensive city?
You know, Bangkok can be as expensive or as affordable as you want it to be.
Okay.
You can find budget-friendly accommodations, street food for a couple of dollars, and cheap transportation. But you can also splurge on five-star hotels, fine dining, private tours.
So it's all about setting your priorities, making choices that fit your budget.
Exactly. And remember, bargaining is expected in many situations, especially at markets and with those tuk-tuk drivers.
So don't be shy about haggling a bit.
Absolutely. Most importantly, have fun with it.
Okay, I'm feeling much more confident about navigating Bangkok now. We've got transportation tips, cultural insights, shopping recommendations, and even some budgeting advice. What's next?
In our final part, we'll delve into the heart of what makes Bangkok so special, the why behind its enduring appeal. We'll explore the city's magic and how you can experience it in a way that resonates with your own unique interests.
All right, I'm ready to uncover that magic. Stay tuned for the final part of our Bangkok deep dive. All right, we're back. Final part of our Bangkok deep dive. We've explored those ancient temples, bustling markets, found some hidden gems, delicious food. We've even learned how to navigate the city like we actually live there.
We have covered a lot.
We have.
Yeah.
But now it's time to delve into what truly makes Bangkok special, right?
Exactly.
That enduring magic and, how we can experience it in a way that really speaks to us.
Absolutely.
So we've seen the what, the how, but I want to get to the why. What is it about Bangkok that just captivates travelers and leaves this, like, lasting impression.
It's a complex mix. I mean, Bangkok is a city of contrasts, right?
Right.
Ancient and modern, chaotic and serene, spiritual and sensual. It's a place that awakens all your senses and kind of challenges your perceptions.
You definitely feel that contrast everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I mean, the peaceful temples right next to those, loud, bustling streets,
Yeah.
the street food vendors right beside the Michelin-starred restaurants. It keeps you on your toes.
It does. It does. But it's not just about the sights and sounds. It's also about the energy, that palpable sense of life that just pulsates through the city. Bangkok is a city that never sleeps. It's a constant whirlwind of activity.
And yet, amidst all that chaos, there's also this sense of peace, especially in those temples, or even just like watching the locals go about their day.
It's that harmony
Yeah.
between the frenetic and the serene. That's what makes Bangkok so unique. And then, of course, there's the warmth and hospitality of the Thai people.
Oh, their smiles are infectious.
Yeah.
I haven't even been there yet, and just researching it, I feel so welcome already.
Thai people have this remarkable ability to make you feel at ease, even if you don't speak the language. They're genuinely kind, helpful, and they take pride in sharing their culture with visitors.
That makes such a difference in the travel experience. You don't just feel like a tourist, you feel like a guest.
Exactly. Another key element of Bangkok's magic is its rich history and culture.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there are reminders of the city's past. Ancient temples, colonial era buildings, remnants of the ancient city walls.
It's like walking through a living museum,
Mm-hmm.
but one that's still evolving and changing.
Yes. Bangkok just seamlessly blends its heritage with modern life. You can be exploring a centuries-old temple and then turn a corner and you're in like a trendy cafe or a bustling shopping mall.
We've talked about the food a lot. I have a feeling that's another big part of Bangkok's magic.
Oh, absolutely. Thai cuisine is more than just food. It's an art form.
Right.
It's a symphony of flavors and textures that will, tantalize your taste buds.
I love how Thai food balances sweet, sour, salty, and spicy so perfectly.
Yeah.
It's just this explosion of flavors.
And there's always something new to discover, whether it's a street food stall you've never tried before or a regional Thai dish you've never even heard of.
Yeah, that's what I love about travel, right? It's about opening yourself up to new experiences, pushing your boundaries.
And Bangkok is the perfect city for that. It's a place where you can get lost, in those labyrinthine streets, stumble upon hidden alleys filled with street art, or, discover a rooftop bar with a view that just takes your breath away.
It's those unexpected moments, those serendipitous discoveries that make travel so rewarding.
Exactly. Bangkok is a city that constantly surprises you, challenges your preconceptions, and rewards your curiosity.
Okay, but what does this all mean for our listener? Why should they care about Bangkok's magic?
Because it's an invitation.
Okay.
An invitation to step outside your comfort zone, to embrace the unexpected, and to discover a city that will, I truly believe this, that will captivate your senses and leave a lasting impression on your soul.
It's a call to adventure, a chance to write your own story in this, vibrant tapestry of Bangkok. So, as we wrap up our deep dive into Bangkok, the city of angels, what final thoughts do you have for our listeners? What should they keep in mind as they dream of their own Bangkok adventure?
I want to leave them with a thought-provoking question. How can you, with your unique interests and passions, best experience the magic of Bangkok?
Yeah, it's all about personalizing the experience, right? Finding those hidden gems that resonate with you and creating a journey that's uniquely yours.
Exactly. Do your research, delve into those interests, create an itinerary that reflects who you are and what you love. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, an art enthusiast, or an adventure seeker, Bangkok has something extraordinary waiting for you.
So embrace the unexpected, follow your curiosity, and get ready to experience the magic of Bangkok. Your adventure awaits.